Hey, what's up? WeebOfWeebs here with part 4, 20 Naruto, how they mix Bloodline. And before we start, I just want to ask a question. If you want more cliffhangers, or do you want me just to reveal it like in the middle of a video, or just keep it as the way it is, like in the last part? So yeah, let's get started. So, the whole thing with Iruka being Madara is going to play a pretty big role in the future, but I'm not gonna reveal it yet. I have some good things that will come in this series, like good cliffhangers and good plot twists and all that stuff. And I tell you, these plot twists are just keeping getting better every single day. I just imagine everything playing out in my head, and I already know how the ending will go. So yeah, let's truly get started. So it's been 1 month since the graduation exams and the Team 7 being formed. And the same thing with Team 7 just happens the same way, except in this timeline, Naruto is more smart, more basically better in every way, shape, and form. So they get the barrels easier because there's not really much going to go in that test, because Naruto can defeat Kakashi with mild difficulty, but Naruto can still defeat Kakashi. So yeah, it's been a month since the forming of Team 7, and they spend in that month training, not training, doing some D ranks and all that stuff, while Naruto is training with his metal release to basically have it so it can be like a Senbon, like smaller than a Senbon, but can pierce faster or more deadlier than a normal Senbon. So this Senbon, just like the thing that I made up like in the last episode, where if it gets into someone's body, they're not gonna feel it, but it's gonna sap away some of their chakra, then it'll explode like an explosive tag. Then it's gonna affect more, or basically a whole radius, like a spider web, like I said in the last part, and it'll sap more and more until it explodes again. And if it's still like in the affected body or the enemy shinobi, it's gonna still go there until there's no more left. There's nothing more left of said shinobi. So we time skip to the next day. Naruto, Kakashi, basically Team 7 is going to go to the Hokage office to get their C rank, and that goes the same way, where Sasuke asks who's this the third Hokage to give them a higher rank mission, and the third Hokage complies because they know, or the third Hokage knows, that Naruto is strong, because Danzo told Hiruzen again in the last part that Naruto has a mix between the adamantium chains from the Uzumakis and the wood style from Hashirama Senju, or the Senjus. And both of them don't know how Naruto got wood style, and how he even got a mix of the chains and wood style. So in all, wood style or metal release is stronger than wood style and adamantium chains, because they know that, because, well, it's a better version of the wood style and the adamantium chains, so why wouldn't it be better? So yeah, they get the same C rank, the Tazuna mission, and yeah, they'll live in 3 hours. And Naruto has this ability that he made in the 1 month training, or not 1 month, 1 month D rank period. It's basically like a bracelet. I don't know, a bracelet goes on both or one of Naruto's arms. That in that bracelet, Naruto can basically extend it to like a whole arm size, or just like put it back to bracelet size. So that in that bracelet, there's a like tag or tags, basically like storage tags. And Naruto, this is where he stores all of his items, and this can be like taken off his body because, well, he can, but whatever. So he can't take it off, or no one can take it off, well, except him. And this bracelet is only able to be put in Naruto's arms. No one other than Naruto. And if it does get into an enemy's hands, it'll just explode. It'll like what's this? Invade, kind of like a venom, like cover the enemy's body and just explode. But yeah, in that bracelet, Naruto made that in the 1 month D ranks. It's like a better version of the sealing scroll. There's more room for it, and it's more compact because it's only bracelet size. But Naruto can extend it and de-extend. I don't know the right word for that. So yeah. After those 3 hours, Naruto, prepared his stuff, and Sasuke and Sakura don't like have sealing scrolls or sealing tags, and they just have their backpacks and all that stuff. And when they arrive, Naruto gets told by Kakashi where his stuff is. Naruto says, "I have my secrets, I have yours. My secret is for me to keep, and yours to find out. So why don't we just start this mission, eh?" And Naruto just gives like a nod. Then just they go. So we time skip to about when the Demon Brothers come along, and Naruto senses from like 5 miles away, like from the start of a village. That's basically how Naruto sensing ability is big. How big, yeah. And Naruto, when they pass the puddle, the Demon Brothers come out, and Naruto just blitzes them and knocks them out with a chop to their necks. And they wake up in like 10 minutes, and Naruto interrogates them, and Naruto gets their information that Tazuna is being hunted by Gato, and they sent a higher rank shinobi or a missing link that they don't know the name of, but we all know that this is Zabuza and his apprentice Haku. So after that, Naruto just straight up kills them. Yes, Naruto is ruthless, but he has the same mentality as Minato. Like, if you kill someone and you have sympathy or empathy, I think you're still human and all that stuff. That kind of talk, whatever. So yeah, they go and go to the part or the place where Zabuza was going to swing his blade at the team or Kakashi's team. And Naruto sends Zabuza and his apprentice like without even them knowing, because that's how good Naruto is. Naruto does like a metal clone metal clone, and this clone works like a root, basically, like one root or one like basically like a tree root, like going out to a secluded place or a different part of the place or the forest, like an example, and it sprouts out and makes a clone of Naruto, and the root just extends back or goes back to where Naruto is, and that clone does just take out Haku. And this time Haku is like kind of like Zabuza, they're not like sympathetic like in canon. Zabuza's like mentality or attitude has gone into Haku, and basically Haku is more ruthless, and he doesn't care if he kills like Sasuke in canon. He doesn't care if Zabuza dies, he will still just try to kill the one that killed Zabuza and all that stuff. So yeah, Haku is taken care of. The clone just disappears into the ground with who's this Haku's body, and just explodes it in the depths, because it can do that. Naruto is OP, remember? So we go back to the original Naruto's perspective. Naruto, the original one, says to all of them to duck, and they duck. And the executioner's blade just comes flying to where the thing lodges, or where in canon it lodges into a tree. And so yeah, Zabuza still says that Kakashi, the Kakashi of the Sharingan and all that stuff, and Sasuke gets surprised by this, to say the least. And he says in his head, Kakashi, of the Sharingan? Sharingan. How does he have the Sharingan? I'll ask it about him. I'll ask it about. I'll ask it. I'll ask about it later. So yeah, the same thing happens with Kakashi fighting Zabuza and all that stuff, and he still gets trapped in the water prison. And Naruto just steps up and fights Zabuza's water clothes and easily dispatching them. Then Naruto fights Zabuza with his kunais and all that stuff, and it exploding in Naruto in Zabuza's side, basically it expanding like a web and sapping some of Zabuza's chakra and exploding again, and Zabuza gets caught off guard by this and he releases the water prison. Then Naruto blitzes Zabuza and puts his like tanto like across his like basically a fighting position, and Zabuza blocks it, but literally the sword gets like cut in half. Like the sword gets cut in half. Yes, that's how much force that was put in Naruto's attack, like one slice. Like basically Zabuza's sword was cut like a knife going through butter. That's how it basically happened. And Zabuza is like, oh, he cut my sword in half. How did you do that, kid? How? And we isn't really special. Then Naruto's tanto or katana gets longer. It forms into like a long katana, and Naruto just like the anime protagonist he is just blitzes Zabuza, and appears like behind him and sheathes his blade and boom. A bunch of blood comes out of Zabuza's body everywhere. And Naruto just says, the anime protagonist he is, that's what he does. Kakashi, Sakura, and Sasuke and Tazuna are baffled by this because he just cut a legendary mist sword or the executioner's blade in half like butter. And he literally like sliced up Tazuna or Zabuza's whole body in like a split second. Who wouldn't be? And Sasuke's like, that dope. How is he stronger than me? And we all know that Sasuke was never stronger than Naruto. And in this timeline, that's just more true. Like 1,000,000 times stronger than Sasuke. Probably like 1,000,000,000, I don't know. So yeah, they go to Tazuna's house. Everything happens the same, where Inari just says that Gato is gonna kill them and all that stuff. But then Inari gets talked no jutsu'd by, you guessed it, Naruto. Naruto talked no jutsu's Inari that basically Gato is just weak and we protect and all that stuff, and I was hated by the villagers for no apparent reason, but he knows that it has a reason because he knows and he talks to the Ninetales, and yeah, they hate him and there's no like total like reason to, because literally he was just 1 hour old when the QB was sealed in him. Like, what the hell? What's next? They're gonna hate Uchihas for killing like a lot of people and all that stuff, whatever. So yeah, we time skip to the next day. They do the tree walking, water walking exercise, but Naruto already knows this because OP. And Naruto just goes to the forest to train, and he just thinks, I heard this thing of a summoning, was it? I wonder if I should try it. And Naruto, without even knowing the consequence of doing a summoning jutsu without, a summoning contract, Naruto gets reverse summoned to a place. In this place, it's dark, scary, almost eerie. Naruto, in the back of his mindset, is feeling something off, something weird. But he doesn't know what. He doesn't know why. But then, an eye opens. In the distance, Naruto sees a giant eye the size of the moon in the sky, and looks down on Naruto and bellows an echoing roar. And this is where Naruto gets resummoned to the human land. Huh. What the hell was that? It looked like the Sharingan, but it has rings in it. 6 rings and 12 tomois. What the hell was that? Kid, come in here, now! What? Okay. Naruto goes his mind skip and Naruto gets talks to Kurama and says, Kid, do you know what that is? No, I don't. But it seems scary, almost. Death, like I was standing in the face of death. You're correct. That was. But before we get to that, I have to tell you a story of the Sage of Six Paths. So Naruto gets told by Kurama the story of the Sage of Six Paths, how the 10 tails and all that stuff. So basically after the story, and Kurama says that what you saw was the 10 tails. What? How? I thought you were... No, wait, what? What? I don't know, kid. But I just have this feeling that it likes you. It's like a dog. It likes you, but it doesn't want to show it. Maybe it's your summoning. But how is that possible? I thought the Ten Tails was defeated by the Sage of Six Paths. But how? I don't know, kid. You just have to ask it some answers, or get some answers from it. What am I gonna do now? I don't know, kid. Just train with your metal release or something. I have to think. This is too much for me. Goodbye. Naruto gets thrown out of his the mind skip, and Naruto just trains with his metal release in a secluded place. So basically Naruto makes like a basement kind of thing. Naruto like engulfs himself in metal release and just sinks down into the ground, kind of like Zetsu, and just expands like a room, and all the dirt gets pushed away, and basically Naruto makes like a basement, and that's where Naruto trains with his metal release for the next week. But he still like goes back to the house and all that stuff. And we time skip to after that week. Naruto has trained with his metal release, and he found out that he can make golems out of like senbon, but he needs to add a lot of chakra in it. Not like too much chakra, but he still has to put more chakra than what he normally does to basically a golem to come out of that senbon. So after the last day of the week, they sleep, and the next day Naruto gets this eerie feeling, or this kind of bad omen, that something's about to go wrong in this house, and Naruto just leaves a clone there, and he goes to the bridge. So when they get to the bridge and Kazuna starts building the bridge, we time skip, or we go to Naruto or Inari's house. So the same thing happens where Inari and Kazunami was getting attacked by some thugs, but Naruto just straight up kills them, and Naruto says, go to the town, you'll be safe there. And the Naruto clone just disappears into the ground. And Naruto, we time skip, or we go back to Naruto, the original one. We see Gato appearing, and Gato says, hey kid, or hey, where is Zabuza? Did you kill him? Yes, I did. Okay. What did you say? Why don't you join me? I'll give you power, money, women. No, I won't be going under you scum. Boys, whoever gives me his head gets a bonus, and get that Kakashi's head too. He's good. He'll give me a lot of money. So all of them just charge at the group, and Naruto just does this like basically like Luffy, where he's looking down, eyes shadowing, or hair shadowing his eyes, and Naruto starts slaughtering them, He doesn't know why, but he can control his body. It's like hatred has consumed him, but not the Naruto's hatred, not his hatred, but something greater, but in a lesser force. It's like Naruto's body is being controlled by someone. And after 2 minutes of Naruto just slaughtering the thugs, Naruto gets to Gato, and Naruto tilts his head up, and we see Naruto open his eyes, and we see the Rene Sharingan. And Gato just gets this vision of the Ten Tails, something hideous, a monster. And it says, "You should not kill my master." And Naruto rips Gato's heart out, and in his hand it's beating, and Naruto crushes it. And Naruto's eyes go back to normal, and he goes to the ground, panting. What was that? My head. Then Naruto passes out. In Naruto's mind, Kurama is getting scared a little bit because Kurama, just saw that the Ten Tails take control of Naruto's body and kill, manslaughter every single one of the thugs and Gato. And he heard what the Ten Tails said. The Ten Tails said, "You shall not kill my master." And this just sent a shiver through Nine Tails or Kurama's body. Like, he's just shivering uncontrollably, like, "Master? Ten Tails? Naruto? How? Why? What does he have to do with the Ten Tails? Another Ten Tails? How is this possible?" And Naruto wakes up, panting heavily. What happened? Naruto, you slaughtered Gato's men and Gato. What? When? I didn't do that. You did, but it didn't seem like you were in control. I didn't feel the Nigel's chakra leaking out of you, but something felt bad, something terrible, like death itself. I don't know what, but it took control of you. So, is the bridge built? Yes. After we took care of the bodies, yes. Come on. Let's go. I just want to go sleep. So yeah, they go back to the leaf, and along the way, Naruto is just talking to Kurama in his head, while the real Naruto, or his body, Naruto's body, is just walking like phased out or zoned out. And inside Naruto's mind, he's just talking to Kurama about what happened or how it happened and why it happened, or they are just speculating on why there's a new Ten Tails or a Ten Tails calling Naruto his master. And they talk like that for like 3 hours, because that's how long, in my eyes or in my opinion, it takes to get to Konoha in ninja speeds. And in the mindscape, 3 hours in the real world, it's about 6 hours. So yeah, they don't get anywhere near to having a logical conclusion that or why the Ten Tails, or even that there even is another Ten Tails that is good, quotation marks, in their eyes, and calling Naruto, immortal being, his master, quote unquote. But this is where I'm gonna leave it off. Like and subscribe for the next part. Leave your anime what if suggestions down below, and yeah, I'm out of here. Peace.